single camera comedy, right? I mean, I feel like I want to do comedy. And Matt always says, and this is funny, like, as Matt's good friend, he always says he doesn't do a lot of comedy. And I think your comic chops are like razor sharp. I think he's super, super funny. Am I the only guy? I mean, like, I think it would be really fun for the three of us to do.
Yeah. I always imagined it was some kind of road trip. I don't know why. Sort of leaving doing Loathing in Las Vegas, I think.
Leaving Las Vegas? Three incredibly drunk guys.
And a prostitute. You're a prostitute.
Obviously.
Yeah, we roll into town.
We can't afford you.
Yeah, we can't afford you, so we become funny.
By the way, I think Matt is eerily quiet about this answer. I want to hear your answer to this.
I got no problem with it.
No. What would you do?
I would, yeah, we would be together.
We're together. I mean, I don't know if it's that kind of show. Whatever show. But no, yeah, comedy where we, I mean, either that or just a half-hour comedy where we're three very distinct personalities.
Yeah.
All together. Boy, what a ruckus. I don't know what it is, whether maybe we're male nurses.
Perhaps Rich and I are flight attendants.
And I'm a shaky co-pilot.
And you're the terrible passenger who's frightened of everything.
Who flies all the time in every episode?
Yeah, I don't know. We're already shooting the idea down. That's a bad attitude to go into this
I think we all work for the airline. You guys are scared. You're flying attendants and you hate flying.
Maintenance man.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to fly the plane, but okay, I'll be the maintenance.
All right, no. Man, let him be the pilot.
I clean the poop. Thank you.
I'm not like the maintenance man that you're like, hey, listen guys, one wheel fell off. We're going to go without it. We're going to just go.
So I'm this guy?
Would you include any TSA agents?
TSA agents.
It's like, oh, damn it.
It's already there.
Maybe we'll get cameo though. Maybe that's a crossover hit. You.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to ask about your guys' bromance.
Bromance?
Undeniable bromance?
As she just pointed out, you guys never really worked together closely on the show.
Never.
So, how did that start? And like, how did you guys first meet each other? And what was that?
Online dating.
What's our...
We all like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. And the smell of something or other and the taste of champagne. We all enjoy making love at midnight and the dudes with the cake. I think we were all the fellas we were looking for, so we wrote to each other and escaped. Does anybody know that song? What is it? Smell of? What did I miss? It's like ocean. Smell the ocean? Smell the ocean. All right, okay.
Anyway, to answer your question, how did it all started? Well, it was more of a, we each had a relationship with Richard, right? So there were separate.
I brought you guys together.
Yeah, there were two separate romances going on, really from conventions, That's, I mean, we've never, this is what brought us together.
Yeah, Matt and I got to know each other. Oh, there's no Jack's Enormous. Ben, you made that name up. Your package. Don't move your package. Grow up back there.
So that person doesn't exist.
We did, Matt and I started the whole thing with the karaoke, which you guys know the story of. That was sort of our way of saving a terrible assignment. We turned it into a fun assignment and made the karaoke party fun. And Rob, honestly, we were just getting paired together at cons. We never acted together.
I want to say like the first Rome is kind of where we were like, really had a great time hanging out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right?
First Rome con.
But yeah, so we just started hanging out and we became friends and I don't know, and then they paired us together with one of these things.
What'd you lose?
It went super well, I guess. And I don't know, we liked each other and hanging out.
Matt, do you have this lady's wallet? Sorry, she's missing her wallet. Yeah.
Your name?
Go check his pants. And then we had a bunch of 20s in his underwear. Yeah, so, and the rest is Hollywood history. Here we are, all BFFs, you know,
Yes.
right?
Yes, the rest is Hollywood history.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. You guys are adorable.
Thank you.
As are you. All right, you young lady.
Young lady, I like that. This one's for Richard.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about the Thrilling Adventure podcast. You've been kind of hanging out with those guys a lot. Are you going to go back again? Maybe bring some
I will do that. I will do. Thrilling Adventure is old-time radio done as a newfangled podcast, essentially. It's this cult show out of Los Angeles, but they perform at Comic-Con, and they're doing New York next week, and I did Chicago with them. Guys and girls in suits and ties, some of the brightest comic minds I've ever worked with, super smart, doing it radio drama style. They have the radio comedy style. They have the hips in the hands, a live band. It's truly amazing. I will do that with them whenever possible. Those guys are so bright and smart. I'm not part of the regular cast. They have a really great cast, but they fill in the cast with really, like in New York, I know, just off the top of my head, I know in New York they have guesting with them Ira Glass, John Hodgman, and Dick Cavett. They have a pretty impressive list of people who come in and out of their Nathan Fillion does it a lot. Tim Amundsen does it a lot, so they're just great people. If you do not know what Thrilling Adventure Hour is, Google it. Thrilling Adventure Hour, listen to the podcast. It's really, really, really funny stuff. You will not be sorry you have been turned on to it. And I will do it as many times as they ask me, because it's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
I have a two-part question for Rob and Richard.
All right, no problem. Here we are.
I wanted to ask Rob, do you have a favourite song of the new album to play live? Yeah.
Favorite song of the new Sky Alive Loudon Swain album that's for sale in the vendor's room? That's the one? Okay.
I really like to play the song Hot Times live. It's just fun. I don't have as much to do on guitar, which it always frees me to sort of have fun and dance around, and also I get to play cowbell at the end of it. It's a lot more.
I'm sorry, Rob plays cowbell.
Yeah.
He plays the shit out of it. He plays the shit out of it.
Tonight. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight.
And what was the other part of your question?
I wanted to ask Richard how he feels about
That's just two questions, that's not.
I think it's awesome. And Rob played me. You started to write the song when we were in Milan,
Yeah.
right?
And I played you a demo of it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But it was right after the whole beds thing, where we had one
You
bed
and
in
the
the
beds
room.
bed.
No, I'm just saying, it was right after that, we had one bed in the room, and he was like, one bed.
Yeah, Rob got mad at me because I didn't want to share a bed with him.
I have an older brother, like, that's, but he's like, hey, it was a huge bed.
Okay, you're going to tell the effing bed story. Here's the thing about the bed story. My cousin-in-law, my brother-in-law, and I, and Rob, were meeting in Milan last year after the Rome Convention. So my cousin-in-law booked 3 rooms. 2 with 1 bed, because my brother-in-law and cousin-in-law didn't have their wives with them. And 1 had 2 beds, because there were 2 dudes staying in it. Rob and Rich. 2. So when we checked in, they gave us the 1-bedroom. They're like, oh, and I went in and I said, oh, this has only got 1 bed. Let's move to the 2-bedroom room. And it was like I insulted your family lineage. Why? Can't you share a bed with me? I'll be on this side, you'll be on this side. It's not a big deal, Rich. I don't understand why you're making a big deal, Rich. Let's just share a bed. I'm like, okay, or could we just go across the hall and stay in the room with 2 beds? Because there are 2 of us, and I don't want to share a bed with you.
My mistake was, the more I argued it, the bigger deal it became. So not a big deal, it became a really big deal.
Well, I don't know. I think since here we are a year later and you're still telling the story.
That still doesn't make sense to me.
That's also the weirdest part of the story. You still don't get why I want about that. And meanwhile, my cousin-in-law is sitting there going, thinking to himself,
You guys always do this?
probably silently thinking, this was a mistake. Shouldn't have brought these yahoos to Milan.
So yeah, I also felt like
we slept in the bedroom with 2 beds, and old Pouty Pants over here made a stink about it the whole time. And like, comfortable in your own bed? Enjoy yourself. I'd rather you over here in my own bed.
And so right
the weirdest thing is like saying, it's like something good happened and you're turning it into something sour. It's like, happy you won the lottery? Enjoy the money. Spend it wisely. And by the way, thanks for the gold watch. You're like, why are you getting that? who are not dating each other. Neither are dads.
To me, it was like going to the bathroom, we're like, oh, there's one sink. I can't.
No, you know what it's like? It's like running to the bathroom and there's one urinal and you want to go. I'll pass.
Anyway, it's at this point I decided in our two beds, I was like, oh, hey, I wrote the song about you and the demo. And then you didn't say a lot about it. You're like, yeah, good, like it. And so then it came on the album, and then we started to say live, like, hey, this is about Rich. And you know, he's like, like, that's not true at all. Online the other day, people were saying, hey, how was Rich reacting to the song? I'm like, it's kind of awkward, but actually Rich hasn't reacted to it at all. I actually don't know how you feel about it.
Okay, in fairness, you just told the band yesterday that the song was written about me,
but
so...
it's true. We recorded it without them even knowing.
Yeah, well...
Because I'm not awkward after I wrote a song about you.
When you say it like that, it is creepy, but...
We've just been in the same bed.
I'm just confused because we share the same toilet sometimes, you know?
Yeah, but look at you, man.
Robbie, for what it's worth, sometimes I like to pretend that song was written about me.
Next album, it's gonna be a star about
How good trips them along, Gibbs.
I'll tell you now, I appreciate you, Rob.
Okay, show of hands, who saved Rob's life?
Second.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I told him he only gets 3 of those per weekend, so that's true. Rich saved my life.
I kind of use it the wrong time, like we're picking lunch. Like time for an Indian, I'm like, okay, well, who saved your life?
Yeah,
I use it in I should really save it for real moments.
I'm so thankful for you. I'm so happy to be alive, and I will pay for that for the rest of my days.
May they be long days and many days.
Yes.
You,